Yo, what's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Colbe and Mig. Shit's not, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it has been a minute as well. Welcome back to ColbeNThaMix, man. You know what I'm saying? We are back better than ever. I told you guys the last video that I had posted that I was going to be gone for quite some time. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have to get back on the grind, man. I'm here now, for sure. I am here. If you guys don't believe me, just look at every video. I am finna start posting every single day, y'all. But this is the bracket right here, my bracket predictions and who I think is gonna take it all in the playoffs this year. Now, the West is looking very interesting, man. The West is definitely wide open. I would say in the East, it is definitely wide open as well. I feel like out of the East, it could be Boston or it could be Milwaukee, and I feel like Philly and Cleveland could possibly sneak in and make it far into the playoffs, because I know that the Sixers are gonna definitely surpass the Brooklyn Nets for sure. Boston, whoever they face out of Miami and Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be a good series. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna really be a good series, man. But before we get into the video, man, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're new. It helps out the channel tremendously. And if you'd like to be notified after every single video, all you guys have to do is hit that post notification bell. Now, we have our play-in games. We're gonna start from play-ins, and then we're gonna work our way up from the play-in games to the first round, to the second round, to the conference finals, to the NBA finals, man. Now, this may not be 100% true, or what teams that I think is going to go all the way, man. But we're just going to predict, man. We're going to go over every single game. So be sure to sit back, relax, get a bag of popcorn, and enjoy the show, man. Get a bag of popcorn, you feel me? Enjoy the show. But anyway, so starting in the West, we have the Pelicans and we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, excuse me. Starting out of the West, tonight, y'all, we have the Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all, man. I definitely want to see Minnesota win. I'm not going to say I'm not a huge-ass Lakers fan, man. Lakers, you know, they straight. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice to see LeBron James finally back in the playoffs after they missed 2 years of the fucking playoffs, bro. I believe, yeah, they missed last year. I think they made it the year before, if I'm not mistaken, but got eliminated in the first round by the Suns. I mean, the Lakers should beat the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. What's his name? Rudy Gobert, he is not playing tonight because he punched his teammate Kyle Anderson in the face. So, Rudy Gobert is suspended for 1 game. So, that should definitely give Lakers leeway to win this game tonight. The only person they have to really worry about that's in the paint is Karl-Anthony Towns. But he's not really much of a defender in the paint. I mean, he is, but he isn't. That's why they have Rudy Gobert. But Rudy Gobert is out for punching his teammate in the face. So, it should be a field day for Anthony Davis. So, it shouldn't be a problem. He should be able to get the job done tonight. The Lakers should be beating this Minnesota Timberwolves team. Now, am I going for the Lakers? No, I'm going for the Timberwolves, but I think the Lakers are going to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. So, I got the Lakers taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. So, Minnesota would be facing the winners. Would be facing the winner out of the New Orleans Pelicans and Oklahoma City game. Now, for that game right there, I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I definitely want to see OKC win. And the only reason why I say that, man, because Shea, he has been outstanding this season, bro. They don't even have Chet. Chet is not even in the fucking lineup at all because he ended up tearing his, his ACL in that Drew League game. I think it was in the Drew League. I believe it was in the Drew League when he was holding LeBron James and LeBron stepped on his foot or something. It was something, but it basically caused him to not play a single game of his rookie season this year. So, I say all that to say that I would just love to see OKC win, just to have that 8th spot in the conference final. Not the conference finals. The 8th spot in the West. But the only thing is about that, I would say I would go for the New Orleans Pelicans, but Zion Williamson, bro, he is out. You know what I'm saying? He is out. He always gets hurt. That is definitely somebody the Pelicans need. But I even been saying for the longest time, too, that the Pelicans need to try to get rid of him, bro. Because Zion Williamson does not bring any value to this New Orleans Pelicans team no more. He really doesn't. He really does not, because he's always injury prone, bro. But when he is out there, he does do damage. But comment down below where you guys think Zion Williamson should end up at if he does end up getting traded. What team would you guys think that he would fit best with? But I think the Pelicans might end up keeping him. But it's just, I don't know, bro. It's a hit or miss with him. You can have him healthy for some games, and then it'll be a couple other games. You know what I'm saying? He'll be injured. He will not be able to play because he's just always getting hurt. But I feel like he is just the exact fucking, like, you can really compare him to Blake Griffin, bro, and Sean Kemp. That's who Zion Williamson is. But that's why later in Blake Griffin's career and stuff like that, I like to compare him to Blake Griffin, because later on in Blake Griffin's career, you know, he used to be a dunker and all that earlier in his career, but then, you know, injuries started becoming a thing, and you can only do that for so long. And then he started, you know, working on his jump shot. So now he shoots now. He is able to spread out the floor. He's able to facilitate. Now, that's something that Zion Williamson should learn how to do eventually. But, I mean, he is a force. He is a force, bro. He is a wrecking ball, but he's just injury prone. But out of the OKC and New Orleans Pelicans game, man, I definitely want to see Oklahoma City win. So that would leave the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder for the last spot in the 8th seed. I would definitely say Minnesota would probably get that spot, that 8th spot in the West. They would beat OKC in a second play-in. I mean, not the second play-in. Yeah, they would beat OKC for the final spot in the play-in, because I have OKC beating the New Orleans Pelicans, and then I have the Lakers beating the Timberwolves, even though I want to see the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Lakers, but I have the Lakers beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. So then that would exit out the 7th spot, and then the 8th spot would be between OKC and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And like I said again, OKC would win that. So I say all that to say the Minnesota Timberwolves would be taking on the Denver Nuggets in the first round. Denver is gonna definitely. I got them sweeping. I got them sweeping 4-0. I got Denver winning 4-0 with whatever team they're facing. It could either be OKC or it could be Minnesota. It even could possibly be the Lakers if the Lakers can't get the job done tonight. You know, it's just a lot of possibilities. But just going based off my bracket, I would definitely have the Denver Nuggets beating the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. So that leads us to the Eastern Conference, y'all. So in the East side, you know what I'm saying, East side for the play-in, we have the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat. Now that's going to be a good ass game right there. This game right here is going to determine who's going to be taking on the Boston Celtics in the second round. I mean, in the first round. I'm going with Miami. The only reason why I'm going with Miami because they got defense, bro, and they got size for sure. I think they could beat the Atlanta Hawks to get that 7th spot in the East to take on the Boston Celtics in the first round. So I'm gonna say I got the Miami Heat beating the Atlanta Hawks. So that means the Atlanta Hawks will be facing the winner out of the Chicago Bulls and Toronto Raptors. Now that game right there is tough. I would definitely say I would have the Chicago Bulls beating Toronto, but Toronto is a really good ass team as well, and you cannot count them out. But this is basically just going off my bracket. I got the Bulls beating the Toronto Raptors because Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. You got Pat Bev. You really don't have no fire starters for Toronto. I mean, you have Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and what's the old boy's name? Damn, I can't even think of his name. He be hooping too. OG Anunoby. But I just feel like the Chicago Bulls are not going to go down without a fight. So I definitely got them beating Toronto. And so it would be the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls. I would have the Chicago Bulls beating the Atlanta Hawks. And that means Chicago would be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. Now, of course, I have the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls would not stand a chance against the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, it's a possibility they could, but you know, Giannis ain't gonna let that happen. You know, we all know Giannis is not gonna eliminate it in the first round. So I got the Milwaukee Bucks moving on to take on the winners out of the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. Now, going back to the West side, the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? I did tell you guys the Lakers is going to beat Minnesota, so that means the Memphis Grizzlies and the Lakers would be going at it in the first round. I would have the Lakers definitely have a strong chance of beating the Memphis Grizzlies, bro, in the first round. As shockingly as that may seem, if LeBron and AD play at a high-ass level and everybody else is clicking, like they role players and they bench and they all playing good, I think they could beat this Memphis Grizzlies team. I'm not sleeping on the Memphis Grizzlies, but we all know that what's his face, Steven Adams, he's out. He's out for the rest of the series. I think he did some with his PCL. Yeah, that's the best rebounder in the league, bro. That's a huge blow for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, it would be tough for the Memphis Grizzlies to get past the Lakers in the first round, and I'm gonna say it both ways too. You can't sleep on Memphis. You can't sleep on LA. But in the first round, I would say the Lakers would beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Surprisingly. I'm not taking anything away from Memphis, but I got the Lakers beating the Memphis Grizzlies. So that cancels out the Memphis Grizzlies. The Lakers would be taking on the winners out of the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. Now, a huge team that everybody is sleeping on right now is the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, you cannot sleep on them. They definitely are going to make a good-ass run in the playoffs. Will they make it to the finals again? It's a strong possibility that they can. It is wide open in the West right now, y'all. It is completely wide open. Now, a team I'm definitely sleeping on, and I don't care what anybody say, is the Sacramento Kings, bro. The only reason why the Sacramento Kings was the third seed, I'm not saying they don't have a nice team, but the only reason why they was a third seed team is because everybody else in the West was doing bad. If you guys go ahead and look at the standings in the West, bro, look at those records, bro. I think the Sacramento Kings is like 45 and 36 losses or 35 losses, bro. It's just because everybody else is doing bad. Because with a record like that, bro, you'll usually be like a 7 seed or a 6 seed team, not a 3rd seed team. But I'm not taking anything away from the Sacramento Kings, man. Congratulations to them for finally making it into the playoffs after like 5 or 6 years. I think it's been about that. I think it's actually been about like 10 years since they made the playoffs. I think it's been about 10 years. But I got the Golden State Warriors beating the Sacramento Kings in Game 6, Game 5, Game 6. I'm gonna say Game 5. I think Sacramento will get one, but I think Golden State Warriors is gonna win 4-1. Now, for the matchup we all have been waiting for, man. I'm a huge ass Clippers fan. Now, I was a Lakers fan, but you know my boy Russell Westbrook, man, he is on the fucking Clippers now, bro. And Kevin Durant is on the Suns. We got the Suns and the Clippers in the first round, man. I love KD. I love Russ, bro. But I'm going for the Clippers in this series right here. And the only reason why, bro, is because Russ hasn't won the ring yet. I want Russell Westbrook to get a ring so fucking bad, bro. And the only way he's going to do that is by getting the Suns out of here, bro. I feel like the Suns is the biggest threat right now in the West. They are the biggest threat. Now, the thing that the Clippers have over the Suns right now, they have a bench. The Suns don't have a bench. Now, for the starting lineups, for star power, if Paul George comes back, it will be evenly matched for the starters, for the starting lineups for the Phoenix Suns and the Clippers. But right now, I feel like for the starters, the Suns is definitely shitting on the Clippers right now. They are shitting on the Clippers. Now, the second team I am rooting for in the West is the Phoenix Suns. But one of these teams have to lose. One of these teams is going to be eliminated in the first round. Who do you guys got in that matchup, man? You got the Suns or do you have the Clippers, man? Because that is a tough matchup right there, y'all. But, yeah, I got the Clippers. I feel like I got the Clippers beating the Suns. Now, I have a feeling the Suns is going to beat the Clippers. But I would say this series will probably go to a Game 7. And it would probably go Phoenix way. But it's really all up to Paul George if he comes back or not. I don't know if Paul George is going to come back. I don't know if he's going to come back for this series. I hope he does. But that's going to be a good-ass game, man. Like I said, I'm going to have a bag of popcorn and be chilling. I'm going to be sitting like this, just watch it, just chilling. But, therefore, I got the Clippers beating the Suns. So that would X out the Suns. And the Clippers will be moving on to the next round. Now, I did say again that the Denver Nuggets was going to sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. So that would move them to the second round. And that means the Denver Nuggets and the Clippers would be going at it. Now, the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets, that's tough, man. Denver has really been a good-ass team this season. I would probably say, just in my opinion, this is my opinion, it's probably not going to be true, and all this shit might not happen, but this is just a prediction. I got the Clippers beating the fucking Denver Nuggets, bro. The Denver Nuggets have Jokic. Jamal Murray, he has been trying to find his way back into the rhythm ever since he's got injured. But, I don't think they're fucking with the Clippers, bro. The Clippers is already on a hot start, man, getting rid of the Phoenix Suns in the first round. I think they can make another upset and eliminate the Clippers. And so that means they would be in the Western Conference Finals. Now, going back to the Lakers, man, they beat Memphis. And then I had the Golden State Warriors beating Sacramento, so that means they would be meeting up in the second round. Now, out of those two teams right there, I got the Golden State Warriors beating the Lakers automatically, man. Automatically. How many games would I say? I probably would say it would be like a game 6. I think it would go to 6 games, but the Golden State Warriors would definitely beat the Lakers, and that would put them in the Western Conference Finals. So going all the way back to the East now, y'all. Told you guys, we have the Milwaukee Bucks and we had the Chicago Bulls. I definitely had the Milwaukee Bucks beating the Chicago Bulls, so that means they would be going into the second round. And out of Cleveland and New York, man, that is a tough ass matchup, man. I would definitely say Cleveland would beat the New York Knicks. But the New York Knicks are nice as hell, man. I fuck with Jalen Brunson. I fuck with Julius Randle. I fuck with all those players on New York, man. And I've been wanting to see them do good ever since Carmelo left. But I am excited for Cleveland because they have Donovan Mitchell. They have Darius Garland. They got Jared Allen. They got Evan Mobley. They have some depth into their lineup now. They have a team that's actually willing to compete. And that's what I like about that, you know. And the Cavaliers are undersized, bro. You know what I'm saying? They are undersized for sure. Because I think Donovan Mitchell is like 6'1", 6'2", and Darius Garland is like 6 foot on the dot. I think, yeah. And yeah, that's a small ass lineup. That's small ball right there. But I would have the Cleveland Cavaliers beating the New York Knicks. That is crazy, though. It's going to be a wild ass series, though. Because the Knicks had a chance to get Donovan Mitchell. They had a chance. But the Utah Jazz ended up working with the Cleveland Cavaliers, making a trade out of that, and that sent him to Cleveland. But the Cleveland Cavaliers, I got them beating the Knicks, and probably, I think that's going to go to a Game 7, surprisingly. And then, of course, with the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets, I got Philly winning for sure. And so, that means we have Boston and we have Miami going at it. I got Boston beating Miami. The Seas might actually make it all the way back into the finals. They might make it. I think it's going to be out of Milwaukee and it's going to be out of Boston for sure. But I got Boston beating Miami. And how many games, I couldn't tell y'all. It might be a sweep. But I got Boston beating Miami. So that means it would be Philly in Miami. It would be Philly and Boston in the second round. I would say... Ooh, this is tough. This is fucking tough. This is fucking tough, y'all. Damn. Boston is beating Philly in Game 7. Boston is beating Philly in Game 7. And the thing that I hate about the Philadelphia 76ers, and I think we all can agree, Joel Embiid, he never shows up. He never shows up in the playoffs. He never shows up. And I really hope he shows up this year, man, because I wouldn't mind seeing Philly being in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. But they got a lot of work, bro. They got to get through some tough ass teams. You know they're going to have to get through Boston. And if they get through Boston, you know for damn sure they're going to have to get through Milwaukee. But the thing about that Milwaukee matchup, if Philly was able to eliminate Boston and make it into that Eastern Conference Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks, because I got the Milwaukee Bucks beating Cleveland. So that's already exited out. Because who's stopping Giannis? Jared Allen is not going to stop Giannis for sure. Like I told you guys again, that boy Giannis is on a mission. I think he's going to walk all through Cleveland, bro. He's going to walk on them boys. But Joel Embiid is one of the only players in the league that I can honestly say that can stop Giannis Antetokounmpo from slashing to the rim. He is. He showed up every single time. Every time they go against Milwaukee. But I got Boston beating Philly in Game 7. I think that's going to go to a 7-game series. So that means it would be Boston and it would be Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we would have the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Golden State. I got Golden State. And we got the Clippers, man. Honestly, bro. I'm not trying to be biased. I think Golden State could beat the Clippers, bro. I think the Golden State Warriors could beat the Clippers. The only way the Clippers can actually compete against the Golden State Warriors is slowing down Steph. We all know when Steph doesn't have a high hand and Steph isn't doing so well, the whole Golden State Warriors team doesn't do so well. But really, the biggest blow for them this season has been Andrew Wiggins, but I know he's been having a little situation going on and stuff like that, so he's been away from the team for a while. But yeah, you know he's gonna be back in the playoffs for sure. if Steph is playing ass, somebody else has to step up, and it's gonna have to either be Andrew Wiggins, it's gonna have to be Jordan Poole, or it's gonna have to be Clay. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to be one of those three players, and if one of those three players are not showing up, it's game over. The Clippers is gonna win. But I got the Golden State Warriors beating the Clippers in Game 6. I think that will go to a 6-game series, so that will put the Golden State Warriors back into the finals. And out of the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm gonna say I'm gonna have. Honestly, I think Milwaukee would win. I think Milwaukee would beat Boston in Game 7. They got Chris Middleton back. They have Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton has been trying to find his rhythm back. But if you guys remember that the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics did go to a Game 7 last year. I believe they did. And they did not have Chris Middleton. They did not have Chris Middleton. Now, I would say it would be a finals rematch from last year with the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, but I think Giannis is going to be locked in this time. I don't think he's going to be missing the finals for the second straight year in a row. So I have the Milwaukee Bucks beating Boston in Game 7. In Game 7. So that means in the finals of this year of the 2022 and 2023 NBA season, for the 2023 NBA finals, man, we would have the Golden State Warriors and we would have the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Now, Golden State, they got shooters. But the Milwaukee Bucks has a Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Who is stopping Giannis Antetokounmpo? I don't want to hear Draymond Green. I don't want to hear Kevon Looney. But who is stopping Steph? Who is stopping Clay? You got Chris Middleton, you got Drew Holiday. I feel like Drew Holiday, he does a really good job at defense, but there is really no such thing as standing in front of Steph. You just gotta, bro, it doesn't even matter how you contest Steph. It don't matter if you in his presence, if you in his face. It's really all up to Steph how he's gonna play. The only person that can stop Steph is Steph. And what that means is if he's missing shots, he is stopping himself. That's the only person that can stop himself, bro. Can't nobody stop Steph, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Steph is just not from this planet. But out of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Bucks, the Golden State Warriors and the Milwaukee Bucks, I would have. Honestly, I think Giannis would get his second ring, bro, against the Golden State Warriors. I think they could beat Golden State. But there you guys have it, man. I got the Milwaukee Bucks winning the NBA championship this year, man. It was hard. This was a hard-ass bracket, man. Now, I know this is not probably going to be 100% accurate, man, but I just love doing these brackets every single year, man. But I'm really rooting for the Clippers, man, but just going based off, like, the stats and all that stuff that I know with all these teams and stuff and everything with all these teams and what they're going through and shit like that, I think it's wide open. Honestly, in the West and the East, it's wide open, bro. Any team can get to the finals this year, man. It just really all depends on their mindset and them really wanting to win games, and they just have to come out and they gotta play hard, bro. They play hard, they play as a team, they work as a team, you work together, you're gonna make it far, man. You just can't give up on your teammates, and you just gotta keep playing until there is 0 minutes on the clock. Don't look at the clock, just keep playing. You gotta play, bro. You gotta play with your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have heart out there. You gotta play hard. You cannot think about losing. You gotta have a winning mindset. But this is the moment that all these NBA players have lived to this point. They got through all 82 games, man, just to make it to this point, man. This is the goal at the end for every single NBA player. This is every NBA player's dream, is to be an NBA champion in the league. But like I said, going off the bracket, man, I got the Milwaukee Bucks winning the whole thing this year. Comment down below who you guys got winning, man, and definitely leave a like on this video. Like I said, we do this every single year, man, but the play-in games start tonight, man, so we're gonna be covering that, so stay on the lookout for that. But it's good to be back, man. I'm glad to be back in front of the camera. I know I'm a little rusty, but Colbe is back, man. I love y'all, man. Make sure y'all boys stay safe, and it's your boy Colbe, and I'm gonna see y'all boys when I see y'all boys. Peace. Cheers.